Kato sent me this automatic I-cord machine a while back, but with my house move, it's only now that I have time to try it out. It does look easier to use than any other I-cord machines I have seen before, so I'm really curious to see how it works. I have several videos about crocheting or knitting I-cord by hand, and I have noticed that I need to explain what people can use the I-cord for, because that's a question that comes up quite often. But there are lots of different uses, any kind of cords and straps or ties. And then of course you can also use it to shape, to make any shapes, or use it as a border or for gift wrapping, that sort of things. So there's the actual machine, and have to add the yarn guide, and then a few things that you need, like extra hooks, and this here that has a crochet hook at one end and like a needle at the other. The machine is ready to use, otherwise you just need to screw the yarn guide into it. And you just plug it in. So let's try it out and see how it works. And remember that I'm only just trying it out, so everything might not work perfectly the first time. It came with 2 small balls of yarn, so I'm using one of these. So what you do, you first lift this so you get that into the yarn guide, and it holds it there. And then there's a hole on top of this, so through there. And then you need to pass it through the whole thing. And for that you need this long thing. So yarn into it, and then there's a hole in the middle here, so you push it through there until you see it at the other end, and then take it off the needle and pull the hook out, and then lift this so you can get the yarn in between these 2 things, rollers, tight there. This is quite heavy actually, this whole machine, so it's not going to move when it's going. And then what you need to do, if you have been using a knitting machine before, you would know these little latches and hooks. I have used both sort of a hand-used bond knitter as well as an electric machine in the past. And that one's open, and that one needs to be open. There. And then you need to put the yarn on 2 of the hooks. And here there's knit and purl, and it needs to be towards the knit. And then you let it go into, you turn it by hand. So now it went into one of the hooks, and then it doesn't go into the next one. You skip that one. Is that open? And put it into the next one. So now, now it's in 2 hooks, that one, and not in that one and that one. And if that's correct, then it should start when I switch it on. So there are 3 different speeds. Let's see what happens. Oh, I need to pull it, otherwise it sticks. It's taking the yarn okay and moving. Is there any coming out yet? There. I'll stop it there. Now we can see. No, this is not correct. This is not correct. There's something wrong the way my latches are. Okay. It's not as easy as I thought. I'll cut this out and finish it. It will come out as when I put it on again. It's doing it wrong. It's sort of doing it, but it's not doing it properly. So I did something wrong there. So the problem here is that it's not rounded. Back to the user guide. I know that the problem must be in how I put the yarn into the hooks. So I looked at the instructions again and I have threaded it again. The problem wasn't there. The problem will be about these hooks, latches. So they are all open. Is that one? Yeah. And you turn the knob clockwise. And I think what I did wrong, you need to put it around from under it and round. And then skip the next one and turn this. And then you come to the next one and you put it in there. And then skip the last one. Okay, so let's hope it's right now. I'll turn it on. Oh yeah, and I have to hold on to the tail. This it starts. Seems good now. Good. So the problem was that I had the yarn wrong into the hooks. Yes, now it looks round and even. And there's 3 speeds there, so I'll put it to the second speed for a while. It is speeding up and making more noise. But it stays equally. It looks the same. The speed doesn't seem to affect that. Let's try the 3. Good, this is fun and really fast. Okay, there we are. And then, okay, I'll stop it in here and we finish it off. So I need to just cut it and let it run until it comes out. I think I should have held on to the tail. There. Oh, the yarn too. There. And then what you have to do is to finish it off. It has raw edges. You can use any needle, of course, but there's a plastic needle in the pack. And then you can just pass it through all the stitches. There. And then finish off. I'll just put it inside here. There. So this is what it looks like. And now I'm going to try 2 more different yarns here. One is slightly finer. This is variegated wool. It has 25% polyester and the rest is wool. And then I have this as well. Glittery yarn that I use for like Christmas decoration. So I'll try that one as well. Here I made a much longer thing of it, so this could already be used as tying something or bordering something, for instance. And then the glitter yarn. Here's that one. It works well, like this could be some sort of a tie especially, or you could use it for garlands, holiday time to attach things to. But it does take a bit learning. Look how the end of it went. I pulled it sort of wrong and I couldn't get it off it, so it started unraveling there. But it works well. So I'm quite pleased with the experiment. It is easy to use. The cords are extremely even stitches. I suppose you would expect that it's a machine. And obviously it's very, very fast. Now you can only use it for fairly fine or medium weight. So chunky yarns do not fit into the hooks. But there's still a lot of variation you can do. I think I'm especially interested in this here glittery kind because I'm planning more Christmas decorations, and this would be so good for any kind of garlands to hang whatever from it. So check out the link for the machine. You might want to get one. And I'm planning a few more videos in the months to come to show what I'm using this for. Until next time.